Imagine being born as a 600,000 years old species called Musk Ox in the middle of Alaska, trying to figure out how not to freeze to death. Your mom comes close, gives you a few licks, and says you're good to go. First day, a complete chaos. This place is colder than the heart of your ex. Half the year, the sun hardly measures the presence and absence, while the other half, the wind gives you that intense onslaught of a slap in the face. Not a single beach or palm tree, only snow, trapped in a freezer with no ice cream. And now about your clothing. A huge shaggy coat, supposed to express delight over being cozy, is a hot mess in reality. Because your poop gets stuck in there. It does keep you warm, but what use is that? Walks around like a pile of dirty clothes that never gets washed. Here's a fun fact. Musk Ox get their name from their smell. And no, it's not a fancy smell, it's more like, I've been rolling in the garbage for days. This stench is meant to attract mates, but honestly, it is probably why the predators can find them so easily. You're like that one friend who always wears their favorite hoodie, even though it's the piece of shit. But hey, it's not about looks, it's about functionality. Your fur is the OG of Arctic couture, designed to keep you warm temporary that make Alaska look like a beach vacation. Now about your food. For a few weeks it's just you and your mother's milk, but later your only option is to dig in the snow for frozen grass. Yeah, it's grass, but it's more like an ice cube. No taste, no seasoning, just crunchy, pretending that frozen salad is a meal. Meanwhile, your neighbors, the wolves, go out there to chase down juicy prey and pound their very own top-tier hunting skills. Meanwhile, you alone here, eating frozen leaves, likening it to bad choices in life, and one day when you're minding your own business looking for a good grazing spot when suddenly Wolfpack shows up, like, yo, snack, what's up? And somehow you're now the main course, because there is nothing much to feast on. Your survival strategies have super squad goals. You gather with your crew, making a huddle like an awkward group photo when no one wants to stand in the front. You're hoping wolves swipe left on you and dive after something a lot easier like a lone caribou or a rabbit. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The drama is insane no matter how it's experienced. With the time you grow up, and if you think adulting is hard, try being a baby musk ox. Utterly terrifying nightmare. You're unsteady and cold, and all the other people are against you. Half of you don't even make it through the first theme of winter because Alaska is savage. Survival? Good luck with that. Why don't you think that your herd would have your back, right? Guess what? They are too busy trying to warm themselves up and exercise their headbutting skills to worry about babysitting. It's like having the youngest sibling in a family of overachievers. You're just trying not to get squashed while they're running around fighting for MVP. The alpha males, total gym junkies. They flex all day, smash heads under some odd fantasy of a gladiatorial competition. It's only dominance and clout. But guess what? Now you're an adult too, and to get laid, you have to win a few fights to prove your dominance. Because let's be honest, you are already weird. You look like a moving tank, you smell hideous, and your days are spent headbutting one another. But that's so weirdly unique. But that's the only thing that will help you get a girl. Meanwhile, the ladies, total queens. They go, why all boys fight, we're busy ruling stuff. Because they're actually ruling the roost, the better choices for feeding pastures, convincing migrations, and all the selection on which dude is going to become their baby's daddy. The alpha males may pretend they rule, but we all understand who rules the roost. And the most experienced in the group is your OG grandmas, as only these ladies can testify have seen it all. They know the choices, grazing locations, the most secure migratory paths, and exactly how to organize the herd. They're just like your favorite elder relative who always has the best advice and killer side-eye. Well, now it's migration season. You've had a lot of fun in one spot. You got laid and even became the father of a few baby musk ox. But now it's time to move due to the changing weather conditions. Oh, and it's less American road trip with the homies and more survival Olympics. Trekking across icy rivers, dodging predators, and finding snacks. Ultimate group project where everyone has to pull their weight or it's game over. Just alone with your family navigating through snowbanks that are above your head, in danger of wolves and polar bears. The most experienced women lead the squad, and they make it look like their GPS is working just perfectly. Well, as time passes, you move to different locations in search of food, but climate change is probably the most villainous in melting away tundras in an all-evil way while crashing everybody's game. You're out grinding it, but it starts to get real. If they had Twitter, they would have definitely been subtweeting humanity hard. And if all that wasn't bad enough to make matters worse, climate change is up here ruining everything. The Alaska keeps getting warm, meaning less food and more prey. It's like the nature gives everyone else a cheat code and leaves you to struggle in hard mode. So unfair. Most of the animals are evolving to be cooler with time. The cheetahs run faster, the birds are becoming sneaky, but you? Same old even after 600,000 years. No claws, no sharp teeth, just headbutts and prayers. It is as if nature says, nah, you're okay, and forgets about them. As you're getting older, things are heating up in the Alaska, food sources are disappearing, and the decisive predators are getting bolder. The entire ecosystem is undergoing a serious identity crisis, and musk oxen are a bit confused making the run. They are like, can we not for real move towards the global warming thing? It's getting really hard for you and your family, and now your only way to survive in Alaska is by sticking together with your so-called group. The females lead the herd, while you and your friends headbutting each other and taking care of your kids, because while migrating, you need to teach them a lot of skills to survive in this changing world. You're experts at living simply. You wear the same fur coat your whole life and only eat local plants. But climate change is making icy home even harsher. This shows us that we need to be eco-friendly too. So yeah, being a musk ox used to be like the worst. Every day is a struggle. You're freezing your butt off, wolves are trying to eat you, and let's not even talk about the smell. But now it's even worse. You know that feeling when your favorite show gets canceled? Yeah, that's you. Climate change is hitting you hard and you're on the verge of becoming extinct.